Hi everyone, welcome back to another Pick a Crystal reading. This is your prediction for the month of December 2024. We are at the very end of our Gregorian calendar year, so happy solstice, Merry Yule, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy New Year, and so much love to you all. Happy birthday to all the December babies. I'm not gonna lie, each reading is pretty intense, and I even found it difficult to do the readings and to decipher the information. I think it's the Mercury retrograde, to be honest. It's really hard for me to communicate sometimes during this transit, and I really hope it makes sense, but I just want you all to know that I'm sending so much love and support, and there's so many beautiful blessings on the other end of healing. Each reading really showed me that a lot of us are going through some shedding, going through some big changes, going through some letting go, and a lot of self-reflection, which can be or sound scary, but it is crucial to our growth. And it makes sense that going into the wintertime, these are the themes that we are all kind of finding. So it makes sense. The collective is going through a lot. There's a collective shedding, but there's also a collective awakening. And it's very intense and it's very beautiful. And on the other side, there's going to be so much joy, happiness, and freedom. So just remember that. Remember why you're here. Remember why this phase is happening, why you're entering this phase, and just know that there's so many good things to come. And yeah, so I really hope you enjoy. If these readings make sense, please let me know in the comments. Even if, you know, in a few weeks after December has already started and you're noticing that a lot of what I'm picking up on is happening for you, let me know. Or if it's even starting for you right now, please let me know. I find it very interesting and it kind of motivates me to keep going. So I really hope you enjoy this Pick a Crystal reading and have a very beautiful December, and I'll see you in the new year. Okay, so we have 4 groups to choose from. Group number 1 is this beautiful Richterite crystal. Group number 2 is this Amethyst point. Group number 3 is this beautiful Calcite. And group number 4 is this Aquamarine with black tourmaline cluster. So take your time in choosing the crystal that calls to you most. The timestamps are linked in the description and in the comments below, and I'll see you at your readings. Okay, group number 1, if you chose this beautiful Richterite crystal, then this is your reading all about what the month of December brings for you. Now, this one was quite unsuspecting. I feel like you didn't know you were going to choose this until I picked it up and showed it off in all its beauty and glory. And so I feel like that is a symbol of something that will occur for you in December. something unexpected, something that you maybe misjudged at first glance will surprise you. Or something, like that you weren't expecting is going to hit you, and you're going to see the beauty or the truth behind something that may have seemed like it wasn't so good or such a good thing. So removing the negative outlook that you've been holding on to, or the pessimistic outlook that you've been holding on to something, towards something, that you're going to come to find actually there is great benefit in this person or this thing. Or maybe you're going to feel something about someone that you didn't realize before. Let's see. Your pairing crystal card is the Atlantis Scepter, Spiritual Awakening. Interesting. So this could be an unexpected occurrence for you. Something unexpected is going to come in and induce or be a catalyst of a great awakening. And maybe you're going to even have some past life memories, or meet some people from your past lives, or meet somebody from your past life, or have something trigger a past life memory, because it does say Atlantis specifically. So I feel like, something unexpected is going to come up in your life through the memory, through healing a belief, even maybe through rewiring something that you've told yourself for so long that might not actually be true. So let's see what the cards have to say. Okay. So we have the Seven of Cups reversed. That's really interesting because the Seven of Cups is a lot of different options and a lot of different viewpoints, and sometimes could be illusions or delusions, or just a lot of, it could be really good for like psychic reasons, or for dream time, or for being really creative. But in this case, because it's reversed, this is actually really great for mental clarity, or bringing clarity back to the situation, which makes sense because, like I said, something unexpected is coming from, or coming into your life this month that you didn't realize that maybe it was you that was creating the blockage, or some type of old belief that you were holding on to that was creating some type of viewpoint or perspective that you were holding towards a person or a situation, if that makes sense. So there is clarity is coming. I feel like you might be a little bit stubborn about it. I feel like this is something that maybe you haven't wanted to admit to yourself or to others, because there might be anger or hurt or some type of egoic aspect to the reason why you're holding on to this, something that you didn't want to give up your stance on something. And I think that there's going to be clarity that comes through having some type of a spiritual awakening this month, and it's going to be unexpected, and you're going to be surprised, and it might be hard. It might be a hard pill for you to swallow, but I feel, although we haven't gotten the accompanying cards yet, I feel like there is going to be some gentleness here. That's not only from your guides towards you about being gentle with yourself, but from other people as well who are seeing you going through this and who know what you've been going through, or know what the issue is, or kind of have been hearing your perspective on things. I feel like there's going to be gentleness and kindness and compassion and empathy from those around you about the situation. Okay, Queen of Wands. It feels like you're feeling like you fell off your throne. I feel like you were sitting high, and maybe you said some things that you felt really strongly about, that you were really right about. So yeah, this has something to do with some type of an ego death, I feel. It's going to suck. It's not going to feel good, but it's not that big of a deal. Like, I'm not getting like a huge, like, oh, your ego might be making it seem like a bigger deal than it is. Like, no one's going to think that you're stupid. No one's going to make fun of you. I don't know what the situation is. I really don't. But the fact that you're having some type of a spiritual awakening, it makes sense that you're having an ego death, because something that you held onto and stuck towards for so long is no longer working or making sense to you in your life. And it's kind of knocking you off of like some type of a high horse or moral high horse that you felt like you were on. And it's not really the case. So I feel like it's going to be like a little bit of a blow to your confidence. But like I said, there is a lot of support and compassion from your guides and from the people around you. So, you know, don't let your pride get the best of you. Don't let your ego stand in the way of having a new experience or exploring a new belief. Like, it's totally okay to continue learning. And there's so much to know. There's so much to learn. And it's crazy because when you go down like all the rabbit holes, it's a little bit frustrating that so much of what we're being told since the beginning of time is fabricated or has been fixed to make us think a certain way or to make it seem like some things are true when they aren't. So it's not just like what's going on right now, but it's like even the history of, you know, our people and our planet and the world and different countries and all of that. Like, we don't actually know some of the full history because so many things have been tampered with. Like, the information has been tampered with and we weren't there. And it takes a lot of research and a lot of time, and not only outer research, but also using your internal compass to recognize like what feels like, oh yeah, that's true. Like, are you using your internal compass, or are you following what you think is right based on what you're being told is the right thing? So it's like, I'm having a hard time finding words. I think it's the Mercury retrograde. I'm trying to talk about your values. It's like actually figuring out what your true values are. Are they actually your values? Are they actually coming from the depths of your heart and your soul and your being? Or are they just something that's been implanted from what you're seeing around you, or from what other people think, or what your peers think around you? Or are these actual like beliefs that are stemming from your soul's knowing, from your higher self, from your true self, beyond all this human stuff? What are your values? What do you believe? You know what I mean? So I kind of like lost my train of thought there, but yeah, you can be taught, you can read as many books as you want, but none of it's gonna matter, or none of it is even necessarily true unless you filter it through your own being. So again, definitely having some type of a spiritual awakening where you're going to start seeing things differently than you did before, or start having an open mind towards things that maybe you were like dead set that's not real, that doesn't exist, right? So things are definitely changing in the mental and spiritual space for you this month. Okay, we have the Chariot reverse. Wow, we have lots of reverse cards. Okay, so I don't know if this is other people maybe being disappointed with you or being confused by you and your new behavior. Maybe you need to take a step back so you can like figure out exactly what it is that you feel, because like I said, you could be influenced by other people. It's time to take your power back. So we don't want to be the Queen of Wands reverse. We want to be the Queen of Wands upright. This could also not only be represented by you, but somebody else who takes some type of moral high ground, and it's like such a strong influence that you kind of feel bad to maybe even explore a different viewpoint, because it's safer to just go with what this person's saying and be like, no, that's not real, right? So with the Chariot reverse, like, you're going to get to that victory, you're going to get to that aha place, or the place where you feel comfortable and confident again. But right now, like, it's a little bit slow. I mean, Mercury's retrograde, Mars is going retrograde. There's a bunch of stuff retrograde right now. It feels like a slow journey. You might actually even feel like you fell off. You might feel crazy, okay? If you've never had like a huge spiritual awakening before, you might feel a little bit crazy, and like you've wasted so much time, and like you don't even know if you're going in the right direction, and like, wow, like kind of like a failure, or like what was the point of all of that? And the Chariot, even though it's reversed, is still that things are going to make sense and you're going to get to where you need to go and where you're meant to go. Like you're going in the right direction. It just might feel very slow. You might feel like you screwed up. You might feel like, you know, you wasted a lot of valuable time. You might feel like you don't know anything. You didn't, like, it's going to be a confusing time because it's the Seven of Cups reversed. Honestly, I feel like it's the reason why, like, I'm having a really hard time trying to speak with you guys. It's this energy is like very strong right now. Like, we don't know what's up and what's down, especially if you're having really intense existential thoughts, or if you're going down certain rabbit holes that are kind of totally against what you thought was true or what you believed, and it's making sense to you. Like, my head honestly kind of hurts right now. It's like very confusing. So it is very important that you take it easy, that you are kind to yourself, that you take the rest that you need, that you take in as much information that feels comfortable for you. If you're overwhelmed, stop, do something distracting, watch a funny movie, go play like a board game with the people that you're most comfortable with, like pet a dog, pet a cat. If you don't have pets, go to like the Humane Society, especially during this time of the year. I'm sure they need lots of help and volunteers. You can volunteer to, you know, work with the animals and take care of the animals and stuff. Like, that would be very therapeutic for you. Just do things that are therapeutic, because you might feel like you're going a little bit crazy. That's what I'm getting from this, but you are not crazy. You're just having an awakening, and it's going to be really intense. You're going to feel like you wasted all this time, but that's not true, because you're still on the right path. You are on the right path, and all this happened for a reason. This is all about your own personal soul advancement and soul evolution. And no one's journey is the exact same. Like, everyone's journey looks different, so do not compare yourself to others. If you know, found out that you feel like you were wrong about something, that you argued with somebody else over in the past, and now you're kind of like seeing things the way that they see things, I would suggest maybe having an open dialogue with that person, and you might be surprised at how they react, because I feel like they'll be very supportive of you. This is kind of a weird reading. I hope this makes sense. I hope this resonates. Okay, wow, this just flipped, so I don't know what way this is going, but this is really funny, actually. So this is, I think this wanted to be upright, honestly. This is hilarious. It's the only card that is upright. It's the Six of Pentacles. This is the Charity card. This is the card about giving and receiving. This is a card about peace offering. We have the White Buffalo Woman. This is such a beautiful card. I love the way that these are depicted. I'm really happy I chose this tarot deck. I haven't used it in a while. So yeah, this is about reaching out to community and reaching out to people, and honestly being really surprised. Like I said, like something really unexpected, being surprised at what you find. Maybe you thought a certain person or a certain type of people were bad, or were like crazy, or were negative, or whatever, and you'll honestly be fully surprised to when you reach out your hand and see the reaction that you get from others, and the compassion that you get, and the support that you get. So this is all about being divinely supported, not just from your peers and your community or your friends in like the physical, but being welcomed with open arms by the Great Spirit, by the spirits around you that are and the like high dimensional beings around you that are wanting you to, you know, go through this, and that are facilitating this awakening for you, or that are helping you through this awakening and guiding you through this. So you are divinely supported through all of this. It might feel like shit. You might feel crazy. You might have an ego death. You might feel embarrassed. You might feel like you wasted all your time, but there's so much clarity coming, and especially a lot of grounding and clarity through supportive people and being in communion with your guides and your higher self. So you might want to do like some journaling. You might want to just like openly talk to your guides or to God or whoever it is that you commune with, and just have that dialogue and be open to receiving miracles, really, or to be seeing miracles. The King, control, reversal of fortune. Okay, that's really interesting. So we have a queen and a king here. And so, yeah, you're not used to not being in control of a certain situation. And definitely, I feel like you feel like you are losing control and that you don't know what is real and what's not anymore. And honestly, like, that's part of the journey, is like, we don't know. And that's why it's so important to build and strengthen your internal compass and what makes sense to you, what feels right to you, and not let other people influence how you feel. And, you know, we can listen to other people's opinions and viewpoints and read research that's been done by other people. And just because, you know, it's coming from another person and you agree with it doesn't mean like they're dictating your beliefs. It's about how you filter that information through yourself, through your internal compass. So I feel like, morally you were on like some type of a high ground and you believed certain things should be a certain way because that's just what makes sense and that's what's going on in the planet and that's what these people are saying and they're reputable and blah, 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 blah. But you haven't actually filtered it through your being because it's scary. Because once you find out that like so many things that we've been taught are a lie, it's scary and you're going to feel crazy. And most people are not on the same page with that. And it's like, how am I going to talk to anybody about that? But I feel like at this point in our evolution on the planet, everybody, whether, you know, everybody knows someone who is into some crazy, like conspiratorial stuff, crazy stuff, right? Like, it's not just like black sheep here and there anymore. It's like a lot of people, especially influential people online, a lot of people are or have opened their minds to asking questions about the official narrative that we've been sold since we've been, you know, going to school or kids, since we've been being indoctrinated by every system that exists. And everybody, whether it's in their family, whether it's a friend group, whether it's a coworker, everybody knows someone who is into this kind of stuff, who's into this kind of independent research. So it's not like you don't know anybody. And even if you don't know them personally, maybe you know them online, maybe they're just like somebody that you follow or someone that you've seen that's maybe triggered you or whatever, that you're kind of interested in what they're saying, you know, reach out to them. Like, everybody knows somebody. And you know what? Doesn't matter what you believe, if you're into conspiracies or not, whatever. Everybody on the planet knows something or has some type of tidbit of information that you don't know. So that's just like a small little glimpse into how much we don't actually know. So if everybody knows something that you don't know, whether it's like relevant or important or not, it's still showing you that there's so much to know and so much to learn and so much to unlearn and so much to discover on the planet. Like, nobody knows anything really. So it's a little bit intense, not gonna lie. We have an animal ally for you. Wow. Okay. And it's the octopus. The octopus is a very psychic animal. It's a very intense animal. It's a very deep animal. It's an animal of the deep blue. It has 8 legs, and 8 is a representative of, you know, the sign of Scorpio, which is a very psychic sign in the 8th house, and mysteries and infinite possibilities. So it's like reaching out your tentacles, your arms into like so many different avenues and feeling all of it with their, like, you know, they have like their little what are those called? Like suction cup thingies. Reaching out and feeling all of it and tasting all of it and going as deep as you can and opening your mind. Look at all the colors. Bringing the color back into your life. Maybe things have been dull. This has a lot to do with the ego, really, and then just wanting to break free of that and having this spiritual awakening. Maybe you're going to learn something about Atlantis that makes sense to you, and you're going to realize, oh my god, I was a crystal healer in Atlantis or a priestess in Atlantis. So it's just about putting your feelers out there and what feels good to you, what feels right to you, protecting yourself too, and just going on this inner journey of discovery and of spiritual awakening and of gaining insight and knowledge and being gentle with yourself, and also not only reaching out into other informational avenues or directions, but also reaching out to like-minded people, to God, to your guides, to people who want to support you and people who are interested in joining you on this journey. So I'm going to choose a couple more thingies for you. We are going to choose a fortune card for you for this month of December. So, can we get some more information for group number 1 for this month of December? What is going on with group number 1 in December? Change. Wow. Okay. Like, you can't make this stuff up. There is an internal change happening for you this month. It's going to be a big one. I mean, this is the perfect time for you to do a little bit of hibernation and to do a little bit of self-work and to, you know, I know it's holidays and we're going to see family and stuff, but there's also a lot of opportunity because it's the holidays and because it's wintertime. So it's not like we're going to be going out a lot. We like to stay in and be cozy. This is the perfect time for you to, you know, be with yourself, be comfortable, and you go through this spiritual awakening, this change that you're going through. So the Astro Dice, we're going to see, you know, what should you focus on, which direction should you take this month. Oh, let me roll this again. Like, what approach should be taken with all of this? Okay, Capricorn in the 10th house. Okay, so we have South Node in Capricorn in the 10th house. So this is about being comfortable with being comfortable with how you show up in the world. So if you don't know how to show up in the world right now because there's so many changes happening, this is the perfect time to, again, reassess what your values are, who are you, how you want to continue on after going through this, how you want to show up, being honest, and not holding on so much to your ego. So sometimes Capricorn likes to be like really in control and likes to know everything and likes to be like a leader or a king. Like Capricorn is kind of king vibes. I know Leo is too, of course, but getting comfortable again with like learning who you really are, regaining confidence in what your values are and how you want to show up in the world by going through this internal transformation, if that makes sense. So I feel like this is actually something that's really good. Like, I know this is something that's really good for you. This is going to be really successful for you. This is going to change your life, change in a lot of ways. And you're going to get that victory with the Chariot, especially with the Capricorn in the 10th house. But with the South Node, it's like, these are things that maybe it's been hard for you to let go of. Is like doing the change could be something that's been hard for you. And maybe you were in a past life, like, again, spiritual awakening, Atlantis, past lives. Maybe you were some type of like an authority or like a king figure in a past life. And that's why it's hard for you to admit that, you know, you don't have all the answers and that you don't know everything. And it's been hard for you to show up as someone who's going through a big spiritual awakening in this life. So let go of what you thought you knew. Trust that there's support and that you're okay. Put out your feelers to gain knowledge, information, and to expand your consciousness and your psychic ability. And you will be surprised. And don't feel like a failure, because you're not. We all go through this phase in our lives. and you are on the right track. The Chariot is here. You are on the right track. It might feel a little bit slow. You might be a little bit confused right now, but clarity is coming in all aspects. So if this reading resonated with you, please let me know in the comments, and I'll see you next time. Thank you. Okay, group number 2, if you chose this amethyst crystal, this is your reading all about what's going on for you in December 2024, of course. Okay, so I feel a little bit of a mystery behind this one. I feel like a few different people chose this. So there's like, well, I mean, obviously a few different people chose this, but a few different people from a lot different experience is coming through. So there's some type of a mystery and also like an adventure to be had here. I want to choose this accompanying card. Oh my gosh. Amethyst Awakening, Healing Addictions. Wow. Okay, so we got double amethyst. This is crazy. Yes, amethyst is one of the stones, or one of the main stones, that has to do with sobriety and healing addictions and overcoming, mental health issues. It is a stone of spiritual awakening. It is a stone of understanding ourselves and our psyche very deeply. It is a spiritual gateway. And this is so interesting. Okay, so the last group had also a spiritual awakening coming. So there's some type of an awakening coming, a healing of an addiction, like walking away from some type of a habit that, no longer works for you. It could also be a person. So there is some type of mystery and adventure involved in this, and I would like to go deeper because this is very interesting to me. Okay, let's see what we got going on here. Okay, 5 of Cups. Interesting. So there is some type of a loss or a letting go, but there's still so much to look forward to. So this is interesting if there is an addiction or if there is something that's coming to an end for you in your life with the amethyst. There is still mystery or still things to be looked at, to discover and to reawaken within yourself. So sometimes it feels very heavy to let go of things, like a waterfall or a piece of you coming apart or being given away or let go of, or saying goodbye to a piece of yourself. But there's still so much inside of us to offer that we're not empty. So it might feel like we feel empty or that we feel like we've lost something, but this one thing isn't your whole identity. This one thing doesn't complete you as a person, right? There's still so much hope and beauty and transformation. I like that there's butterflies here in this picture because it shows you that there's still so much that you can do to change and grow and to bring the excitement and love back into your life and to discover. So if this is specifically some type of an addictive habit or pattern or substance abuse issue that you do have, it's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt. I don't know why my voice just went like that. It's gonna hurt. It's gonna suck. Whether it's actually like drinking alcohol or taking, some type of a substance, whether it's a pharmaceutical or any type of narcotic, if it's a person, there's gonna be withdrawals and it's gonna hurt, and that part of your life is going to be over. That phase of your life is going to be over, and the sun is shining very brightly all of a sudden in this room. So, and the sun's shining right above the person who is only paying attention towards these 3 cups that are spilt and not realizing how much beauty there is in the background. So this thing, whatever it is, has taken so much precedence in your life that there's so many other things that you have pushed to the background that need to come back into the forefront, and that will eventually come back into the forefront after you go through this phase of shedding and letting go in December. We have Strength reversed. Okay. Wow. Okay. The last group had the Queen of Wands the other way. That's interesting. We have 2 cards here showing a woman with a lion. Okay. So you could be a Leo, or this could have something to do with a Leo, or this, I don't know, something to do with the Leo energy. You could be calling it in, or it's something that could help you. Maybe the lion is your spirit animal that you need to call upon, or a cat, or, you know, big cats. So Strength is reversed. And it could be because you're somebody who's gone through a lot of struggle in your life, a lot of hardships. You've had to deal with a lot of abusive relationships and situations. Maybe your family life started off really rough. Maybe your parents were addicts or didn't treat you properly as they should have when you're a child, and even going into your adult years. So I feel like the Strength reverse card is like you're tired. You're tired of having to constantly endure this, and it hurts, and you don't want to be strong, and you want to, honestly, you just want to break and you want to relax. So there's a lot of healing going on here, and I want you to know that we have the Queen of Wands upright. You are strong. This is somebody who is totally confident. I mean, just look at this picture. This is someone who can get through anything. This is the type of person that can create crap from, that can create beauty from crap, that can create, blaze their own trail, right? This is somebody who is very strong, who is very independent, who is very secure. And that's the real you. Like I said, all this stuff is in the forefront, but the real you is beautiful, creative, transformative, fun, loving, light. These are all the things that we need to remember. So you gotta get deep down there, and you gotta find that strength in you so that you can see the light and be the beautiful, confident person that you truly are. All of this. This is what's happening in December. 7 of Swords. So you have gotten to a place where no longer is there going to be situations or people who treat you like shit, who cheat you, who lie to you, who cheat on you, who are doing weird, sketchy shit behind your back. Like, you're coming to a place where you're letting go of those types of people, those types of relationships, and it really hurts because it's bringing up a lot from your childhood, and you're finding it hard to muster up the strength to go through this again. But just remember who you really are. Whatever your sign is, rising sign, moon sign, look at the higher aspects of that sign and just remember, apply that to yourself and embody those characteristics. Because you've done a lot of good work and you're tired. I can feel it. And amethyst makes sense too for you to choose if you're tired, because amethyst is a stone that you can dream with, and that does help with sleep. So honestly, if you need to sleep more this month, do it. Like, Mercury's retrograde, Mars is going to go retrograde. Pretty sure Saturn's retrograde. Like, we just have a lot of retrograde right now. I think Neptune's retrograde. I don't know when it goes direct, but this is a perfect time for you to rest and to revitalize, like, that beautiful queen or king that you are on the inside, right? This is also about not exerting too much of your energy. Also, Mars is in Leo too, so the Mars going retrograde, that might be why the Lion's coming up a lot too, is that might really affect your energy levels this month. So don't overexert, don't give more than you can, and just really, prioritize what it is that you're healing from and that you're working through, and knowing that you did the right thing. Even if you feel bad about it, even if you want to go back, like if it's a pattern or if it's a person, a toxic relationship, it's easy to just be like, okay, come back so I can feel normal again. It's not going to feel normal to move on, to move forward. It's really effing difficult. It can be really effing difficult. And to change a habit or to start taking responsibility for yourself or to start getting that independence is really scary sometimes. But just know that you did the right thing, because if you didn't do that, you would continuously just have people taking advantage of you and making you feel like crap all the time, or being in situations where you feel like crap and feel like you're being taken advantage of. So you're going through some type of a healing, for sure. This is a very healing month for you to remember who you really are, and to that beautiful, there's probably so many aspects of your personality that you've forgotten because they've been dormant inside of you, because you've had to make yourself a certain way for somebody, or because you were covering up your pain with some type of a substance, right? Or something that you are giving too much of your power to, something that has become an addiction, whether it's codependence, whether, again, like I said, it's literally alcohol or drugs. There's so much of your personality that's laying dormant that needs to be reawakened. That's coming this month. Let's go here. The Smith. So overthinking and taking action. Interesting. So you could be dealing with some type of like mental health issues. Maybe you've been feeling a little unstable lately. And again, that makes sense. You're tired. You don't feel like you can muster up the strength. Like, people have been abusive towards you. You're really feeling like how hard it is to let go of certain things. And like, that's taking the forefront. You know, we have the Amethyst, the healing, so when it comes to the Smith and also the Queen of Wands, you need to take action within your own life to move forward. Now, like I said before, this month I wouldn't suggest like overexerting your energy, because I feel like you really do need to prioritize rest and all the things that it takes for healing. I mean, for a lot of people, you know, going to the gym and working out and doing physical exercise is healing. However, like I said, Mars is going to be retrograde, so I just feel like for you in general, I would not overexert yourself, especially for people or for things that, you know, don't feel like 100% yes, I want to do this. If it doesn't feel like 100% yes, do not do it. And don't be afraid to say no to people or to even change your mind about plans that you made, because you can't do it. You're not feeling good. And, you know, if you need some extra like support or help, like tell somebody how you feel, tell someone how you're going through. You know, our friends are always there to support us. And if we just need to talk to somebody, or if we just need to hang out with somebody and take it easy, like, I'm sure you have someone around you that can help with that. So with the Smith, it's like taking action back, taking your power back into your own life, not overexerting too much energy and not overthinking, you know, what if this, what if that, should I have done this? Would it be better if this happened instead? You know, you need to focus on your healing yourself, what's best for you, and to let go of all of the rest. You can't juggle all these different things at the time. I don't know how to explain this. Herb's coughing. Are you okay? How do I explain this? These readings are really intense this month. Oh my God. I'm kind of scared this month is going to be like really intense. The overthinking. Don't let yourself get in the way of your own healing. Don't let your fears, don't let the old habitual stuff get in the way of moving forward, is what I'm trying to say, really, is the core of what I'm really trying to say. So take action towards your healing. Take action towards your rest. Take action towards prioritizing what's best for you and remembering who you are again. And remembering why you chose to let go of the things that you let go of. Because you can create a new life. So it's taking action in creating a new life. Yes, don't overexert your physical energy this month, I feel, honestly. And with Strength Reverse, it doesn't really feel like you have a lot of energy right now, although this is truly who you are, which is a very energetic, creative person. But we need to take the steps to remember who that is and how to get there. So that's where the Smith comes in. Taking action towards changing your life and what's best for you, and not letting the thoughts and the anxiety and the mental health stuff like get in the way. Wow. Okay. We have another cat. This is crazy. Panthers. Okay. These are my, we have 2 panthers here now and 2 lions, and we have a deer. These are actually my, power animals. My spirit guides are cats, you know, panthers, cougars, yeah, lynxes, bobcats, all the animals, tigers, all the cats. This is about finding your strength and being your own leader and diving into the mystery of your life. So like I said earlier in the reading, this is a mystery and an adventure, is diving into the mystery and the adventure that is you and that is life, and not allowing other things outside of you sway you in any direction or take control of your life. You need to be in control of your own life. And you need to remember how strong you really are, how amazing you really are, how much you have to offer, and the fact that you're actually a leader. And this is why so many people have preyed on you, is because you have so much beautiful wisdom and energy and light that people who are weak and people who have addiction issues themselves will prey on you and will steal that from you, or try to steal that from you if you let them in. So we're not allowing that anymore. We are going to do a fortune card. What's going on with group number 2 this month? Toils and labor. That's funny because you also got the Smith card. So it's about doing the hard work. And oh my God, there's a cat. Okay, this is freaking me out. Okay, obviously the cats are with you. If you have a pet cat, you know, spend a lot of time with your cat. That will probably, you know, feed your soul and help heal you. Cats are very healing. They have very healing energy. If you've never worked with cats before, please look into, you know, cat medicine, big cat medicine, tigers, lions, panthers, lynxes, etc. That's obviously a very big sign for you right now, is the cat. Maybe you are a Leo, sun, moon, rising. Please just know that it's going to suck. It's going to take a while. It's going to take some time, but eventually you will come back to feeling 100% like this. And letting go of something in your life that's been a part of your life is never easy, but we have to take that initiative and we have to actually make the steps forward to moving on and to healing and to changing and to gaining our independence back. So if you feel like you want to do something, like let's just say you're trying to quit cigarettes or whatever, and the easiest thing to do would be like, oh, well, I'm just going to smoke a cigarette right now. Don't smoke the cigarette. Don't smoke it. Because it's not going to change. If you want to do the drug, don't do the drug. Instead, replace that with something else. So if you really feel like you're going to do that thing, or you're going to call that person, or you're going to whatever it is, call somebody and tell them instead. Or replace that behavior with something else, and you got to work really hard towards actually sticking to that and doing it. It's really hard, and it takes a lot of mental strength and self-love to do that. You got to do that. And it's going to hurt and it's going to suck, and you're the only person that's really going to understand what's going on inside you, or be feeling the intensity of that. And you're going to have to comfort yourself, and you're going to have to love yourself, and you're going to have to find the strength to get through this. Not saying that there's no people around you to support you, but ultimately it's up to you to get through this, and it's going to suck. But it doesn't mean that's not all that's going on in life. Like, there's other beautiful things. There's so many beautiful things happening in life, right? So don't just focus on how hard this is. Maybe like focus on yourself. Don't focus on how hard it is. Just remember that there's so many beautiful things in your life that's coming to you. And this is the approach. And as I'm editing this video, I just got the download that cats represent our sexuality and sexual energy. So the issue may be that someone cheated on you and you lost your confidence in that part of life. Maybe a long, drawn-out toxic relationship drained you of your true sexual or creative essence. Or maybe the addiction you're letting go of is sexual in nature. Maybe you're cutting out explicit sexual material from your life. Maybe you've dealt with some type of sexual addiction in some way that has inhibited you from maintaining healthy relationships. This is something difficult and deep-rooted, but you're definitely healing and moving forward from that this month. Would best suit you in this situation is Saturn in Cancer in the would that be 9th house or 6th house? I'm reading it as 6th house. I could be wrong. But Saturn in Cancer in the 6th house. So very much, this is crazy. Doing the tough, hard things, you know, getting a fat reality check, doing the really tough things, like Saturn is sober for your emotional health and well-being in the safety of yourself and your home, within your own safety. Maybe reach out to family and friends for your day-to-day life routine, work, and your actual health, like your day-to-day life. So taking the hard steps to the emotional healing, the spiritual healing, the mental healing, to change and to strengthen and to, you know, better your day-to-day life. So if that reading resonated with you, please let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Okay, group number 3, if you chose this beautiful calcite crystal, then this is your reading all about what's going on for you in December. So this might be an interesting time of year for you. Yes, I know it is quite interesting for all of us. It is the holidays. It is a very busy time of year, but I feel like there's something definitely more sentimental or just more, I don't know, just deeper for you, or more intense for you, or maybe there could be like some type of special anniversary in December. Maybe there's a birthday in December, or maybe let's see what the accompanying card is. Reflection. Wow. Interesting. Well, that makes sense. So there's something that's happened in December for you, some type of an anniversary, or like the anniversary of like an event or a person, or like the death or birth or something, or marriage or something for you in December that you like to reflect on, or that you can't help but reflect on it because you just remember the day, and every year it comes again and it comes again. And I'm not sure exactly what it is because there's a lot of you, watching this, but it's something that takes the forefront this month. It is something important, and it's not just Christmas. It is something else. It's not just like a holiday, whatever holiday you celebrate. It is something else specifically that you're going to be reflecting on, and that you usually do each year, or that you will now for each year. Maybe this is the first year, 1 year after something. So let's see further into what's going on for you this December. Okay, so let's see what's going on. Wow, Ace of Cups. That's really interesting. These cards also are like so beautiful. I love these cards. I haven't used them in so long, and they're just so, I love how the art is depicted. So the Ace of Cups is the beginning of something new, something beautiful, a blessing. It could be emotional, it could be creative, it could be something to do with an anniversary, it could be a birthday for sure. Yeah, I don't know. For some reason, I feel like a lot of this could be like the passing of a loved one. So I would say that someone like really close to you, like your mother or your father. For a lot of you, I'm feeling like it's your father coming through. And although, you know, it could be something sad like a death anniversary, it could be something that's also really beautiful because you're remembering the life of somebody that you really looked up to. Either way, it's some type of a celebration of life. It's some type of a celebration. So it's not something to be super upset about. Yes, we mourn the people who are no longer in this physical realm with us, but they are somewhere very beautiful, and they are, you know, they're still living in different aspects. Like their memory lives here, but their soul and their being is actually alive and well in the universe, and they're having more adventures and experience if this is somebody who isn't here. I'm just getting that really strongly. And I love the rainbows here. This calcite had beautiful rainbows as well. So yes, you're reflecting on something, and yes, something is important for you this month, but it is something that's beautiful. So reflecting on something very beautiful. And maybe even if you feel sad about it, it could be like switching your perspective on it. Queen of Cups reversed. Okay, so this is something that's probably been hard for you, or something that's been taking up a lot of your emotional space. Judgment reversed. Interesting. Okay, before I flip this card over, if this is an anniversary of, it could be a divorce, even like a divorce anniversary, or the marriage anniversary, or yeah, like I said, a death anniversary, or even a birthday. From what I'm seeing with these two cards, it's like I'm feeling, and with the reflection, I'm feeling like maybe you're lacking to see that whatever this is actually a beautiful thing, or there's beauty behind whatever this is. So that's why you're being called upon to reflect on it, to actually bring, and that's why you were attracted to the calcite with all the rainbows, to bring a new perspective and to bring color back into whatever the situation is. It's been emotionally taxing, probably. You feel probably like I'm getting like grief and frustration, and sometimes not knowing how to move forward with this, lacking to see like the higher perspective of the situation. Oh, wow. Okay, you literally have the reflection card here, the Four of Swords. This is the meditation card. This is the peace card. This is the going deep, going inward card. So this month you're being asked to reflect on something. Maybe it's not an anniversary. Maybe it's just, I don't know. Maybe there's just something going on that's intense for you, emotionally intense for you this month, that you are being asked to reflect on, and it's going to help you change your perspective, and you're going to see how much of a blessing it actually is. So this is something that might be so close to you emotionally that it's like super intense, but there is so much beauty to be had here. And I know I keep repeating myself, but that is why you're being asked to reflect, because we don't want to wallow in grief and in like the heaviness. We want to see the higher truth, the higher perspective of why this has happened, why this is happening, and what can come of this, right? And like the different levels or perspectives of the situation. So you're being asked to go inward, literally, here and here. We have the Vengeance, overcoming slights, a choice. So you have a choice whether or not you'd like to move forward and see the higher perspective and see what a blessing it is and allow new blessings into your life. So this could also be moving on from a relationship that didn't work out and maybe not understanding why it didn't work out, having a hard time letting go of it, not wanting to accept that you're also a part of that situation, and not wanting to see like the higher perspective or the bigger picture of why it happened, and failing to see how much of a blessing this really is. Excuse me. So it's making that choice to go deeper. It's making that choice to reflect on whatever this is. I don't know what this is. It's something that's really good, but maybe it's masked as something that's hard, or something that's been hard to accept, or something that's hard to move past. So you have to make that choice. Like, do I want to move on? Do I want to move past this? Do I want to feel happy? Do I want to see why this is the best choice for everybody? It's taking that, it's having that self-reflection. And the wolf. Interesting. This is about guidance, and this is about teaching, and this is about being... It's funny because like I can see it as like a lone wolf, but then I can also see it as obviously wolves are part of a pack. But in the pack, each member has its role. So it's also about knowing like what your role is. What your role is here. So maybe this doesn't have to do with just an anniversary of something, or a death, or whatever. This could also just be like a situation or a relationship, or like within your family. What is your role within your family? And can you let go of some grief, or some guilt, or some type of negative energy or outlook towards something? I don't know how to explain that, but I feel like you need to take a little bit of a step back and to realize that everybody has their own unique role. And it's like, what is your role, and what do you want your role to be moving forward? And also seeing that the people around you are also teachers and guides for you, and they each have a role to play. So so whoever this is about, or whatever this is about, there was a purpose for it. It had a role to play, and it's teaching you and guiding you forward. There's not a lot of clarity here. This reading is kind of interesting. So I am going to pick an additional oracle card for you. I'm going to do these astro cards so we can get more of an idea of what this is, or what you need to know, or what's going on for you this month. The wolves are also associated with the moon because they come out at night and they howl at the moon, and the moon is all about self-reflection. And again, we have a couple of cups here. We have the Queen of Cups reversed. So somebody who's not really dealing with their emotions properly, although there's something very beautiful to accept and to be blessed upon you in your life. So it could have something to do with reflecting on your feelings about whatever the situation is, which would make sense. Oh, and we got the sun. Wow. Source. And the sun just started like shining in here very brightly. And we have Jupiter, abundance. Okay. Well, the Ace of Cups is also a card of abundance. Reflecting on also the blessings in your life. That could be it too, is needing to remember to be grateful, or needing to remember to practice gratitude. Maybe you've been feeling, like I said, like negatively about life in general, or about a certain situation, feeling slighted, you know? Like, what the hell is this bullshit hand I've been given? When there's actually so many blessings, and it's repeating over and over again. And you're just like, for some reason, something's been stopping you. Something's been in your way. You could be in your own way, or like a hurt feeling that turned into like some type of a subconscious trauma or pattern has been stopping you from seeing the beauty that's all around you and really understanding the higher perspective of it all. So yeah, like we started off with reflection, and we have the Four of Swords. So it's like really going inward to figure out what is happening inside of me that I cannot accept or be open to all of the blessings and the beauty that's in my life, and what the role of all of this has to play in my life. Like, there's so much abundance and there's so much expansion, and yeah, like so many good positive things happening for you. But I feel like you've been having a hard time enjoying it, or having a hard time seeing it that way. So there needs to be some type of a inner shift, a perspective shift. You need to figure out like what it is that's making you feel maybe jaded, or just like down about stuff, or there's grief or there's guilt associated with something, if that makes sense. So I'm going to pull a fortune card. There's so many blessings, and probably more blessings coming to you this month too, especially when you take the time to do the self-reflection and to do some gratitude practices. Like, there's so many blessings coming for you, and to follow that inner guidance, and to follow that teacher, and to know what your role is with the wolf there. Fortune. Bad health. Interesting. That could be something that okay. This group is crazy. So we have bad health and sudden wealth. The bad health thing could be something that you're upset about. Okay? Maybe, oh my God, there's like so many aspects that we can go into with this, because there's so many of you watching. This could be somebody passing away from bad health, a certain type of disease running in your family, being like angry at God, not understanding why this has happened, being grief ridden, not seeing the beauty and the abundance that's all around you, or you being upset because you might have some type of a disease or something wrong with your health right now, and you're like, what the hell? Like, why do I have to go through this? Like, I did all the right things. I like whatever it is, I eat all the right food, I do all the right exercises. Why am I experiencing this? But there's some type of a block, like a gratitude block, I think. Maybe you've taken on too much responsibility. Maybe you've taken on too much stress from other people. Maybe you haven't gone through the hurt that properly, like the healing properly of losing people or whatever. This is getting like really into all different avenues now. My head's actually even starting to hurt. This could also just be like an emotional breakdown too, that's actually a blessing. I don't even know if this makes sense, but you also have the sudden wealth card, which means to me that you already, because we have Jupiter and the Sun here and the Ace of Cups, this is already something that exists within your energetic space and maybe within your life, this wealth and this abundance. But the more that you focus on how much you actually have, the more you'll actually receive. So probably you've been focusing a lot on the bad things and not really seeing how many good things there are and how many more good things there are to come. So do a lot of self-reflection, why you're feeling the way that you're feeling, what's been hurting you, what's been making you feel slighted, what's been making you feel guilty or jaded or filled with grief, and reflect on that, and then actually start changing your mindset or your outlook to realize how many beautiful things you actually have in your life and how many beautiful things are coming. And I mean, these are really good cards. Like, there's something good coming to you. Okay, so we have Neptune in the 9th house, I think, in Gemini and Neptune in the 9th house. So this is a lot of higher spiritual insights, deep emotional healing, breaking away from illusion or self-deception, things that you've been making up in your head, things that you've been telling yourself. Again, the 9th house too is Jupiter, so it's like huge expansion, huge wealth, beautiful blessings. And Gemini is like information, is like the right information, is the getting to the truth of, you know, your spiritual and emotional well-being. So reflecting, reading, meditating, talking to find the higher spiritual truth so that we can get to our emotional and spiritual well-being. If that resonated with you, please leave a comment in the comment section below. I hope that resonated. That was an intense one. These are all pretty intense, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Okay, group number 4, if you chose this aquamarine with black tourmaline cluster, then this is your reading all about what's going on with you in December. Okay, so I feel like with this cluster, a lot of you have been trying to find peace and serenity, but it's been a little bit difficult, and a lot of muckiness has come up, but a lot of healing has taken place. A lot of healing is happening. But there could be like just some chaos that comes up with it, which makes sense because when we're on a healing journey, like dark stuff is going to come up or people's shadows are going to come up. And I feel like you're just like trying to relax and get a break or like a fresh breath through it all. And you get moments of that, but it's like kind of all over the place lately. So that's what I'm feeling from this. Let's get a clarifier with your accompanying card, Ancient Healing Cord Cutting. Wow. I mean, you can't make this stuff up. You're definitely healing and releasing something or letting go of something and cutting the cords to someone or something. Whether you even know it or not, it could be something from like past lives. It could be something from early childhood. It could be something happening or being facilitated by spirit guides or by God with, you know, a person from your recent past or someone that you're going to officially cut the cords with this month. So let's see what the cards have to say. Okay. The last group had the Ace of Cups in the exact same spot, but right side up. Okay. 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 This kind of reiterates what I was saying before. You're doing something that's really good and really beneficial for you, but it's kind of feeling like tiring, and you're also not getting enough time and space to really feel the feelings, to really enjoy, you know, the letting go process. There's a lot of things I feel like maybe happening around you, or maybe you're just like a really busy person, that you're on the right track with, you know, letting go of something and wanting to heal something and to let go of something, but it just feels like you don't have enough time to just go through the motions of it all. And it's something that's ongoing. The world is reversed. So it's like this cycle hasn't actually come to like a completion yet. Or it could be something that you avoided for so long, and now you have so much stuff on your plate that it's like, oh, I have to actually make time in my schedule for healing. Okay, interesting. So it could be also like you're trying to do the right thing, but it's a little bit confusing because you need to completely change your schedule to suit your new lifestyle. The thing I do like here, I mean, not that I don't like any of this, but the thing that I really like is that the 8 of Swords is reversed. So it's like, again, you really taking the initiative and the steps towards letting go of what no longer serves you, or what has been causing anxiety and stress in your life. Strife, I wanted to say. So definitely something needed to be let go of. You saw it. You're like, let's get this over with. Let's get this done. But you're finding it hard to like just have like that sigh of relief, because I think there's just so much going on. So in December, you are being asked to take the time to let go. Do some type of a letting go or a cord cutting ceremony. Go get some alternative therapy. Go get some energy healing like Reiki, or get a massage. I really am feeling like you need spiritual support, energetic support. So if you have a really busy schedule and you're not sure how to incorporate this stuff into your life, just go book a Reiki session with somebody. That could be something that works for you, and they could also help you through this kind of new lifestyle, like I said, because maybe this isn't something that you're used to, and you're wanting to let go of something, but you're having a hard time finding like that sigh of relief, or feeling like you actually like had that release, right? So incorporating more healing modalities into your life through making or booking appointments with some type of consultant, Reiki consultant, energy healing consultant, meditation, sound healing, whatever it is, you need to incorporate those into your schedule. And we have the Knight of Swords. Yeah, so you know what, actually, as well, is sometimes it's hard for us to see like the full picture of what's going on with us, because we are ourselves, and there's certain aspects that maybe we can't see clearly because we've been living through it the whole time. So even when you go for some type of a healing service, the person that you're seeing, the practitioner, I want to say, might see perspective or might see some truth about the situation that maybe you didn't even realize, and actually might bring a lot of insight and even more healing opportunities to you. So I feel like you feel like you did the right things, or that you're trying to do the right things, but why don't I feel like exactly better yet, is because there's certain things that you actually haven't seen or recognized or picked up on from the situation yet. And it would be wise to see somebody, to talk to somebody, to get, I'm really feeling like Reiki, or even a reading if you wanted to, with somebody who can have an outside perspective and even a psychic intuitive perspective. Maybe they have the gift to see visually, and they can see something about whatever the situation is that you didn't fully grasp yet. And it might be like, oh my God. And then the cord cutting and like that actual release, like, and relief that you're wanting to feel, you'll be able to find. So it's getting guidance and help from somebody else and adding that into your schedule. Also, salt baths would be really good. So it's just about adding new healing modalities into your schedule and taking the time. But also there's more to be discovered about whatever this is. The storyteller, viewpoints and control. Interesting. So that kind of makes sense with what I just said. It's like, you know what you need to do. You thought you did the right thing, but it's not working. And you're kind of like, well, I don't get it then. Like, I did what I'm supposed to do. Aren't I supposed to feel better now? Sometimes we can't do everything. Even when it comes to ourselves, we can't fix everything. We can't do everything. And it's healthy to get an outside perspective and help. So it's like relinquishing some of that control and allowing people into like those vulnerable spaces. I feel like you are like a very busy, like grounded, organized person. So whatever this is, it's like maybe something that you've put on the back burner for a bit, but you feel like there's something that needs to be like let go of, and it's kind of itching away at you, and it's been a source of discomfort and anxiety. But you're like, okay, I'm working on this. There's something that I do that somebody in my life that's not right, or something that's happened to me that I need to like work on and move forward from and heal from. But there's still like certain parts of it that you're not willing to relinquish, or that you haven't fully relinquished yet, because maybe you didn't even know, like I said before, you didn't even know that there's certain aspects to this situation that you're like deeply holding onto that's like stuck inside of you. And that's where the cord cutting comes from, but also getting some type of like a healing treatment from a healer, from an energetic or spiritual healer comes in. So it's relinquishing the control or opening your heart space. Because we have the Ace of Cups reversed. It's like you might not want to, or maybe for a while you haven't been wanting to deal with it, or you don't want to show it to other people. And if you're not comfortable showing it to people that you're really close to, like I said, that's another great reason why you should go see somebody, is because it's confidential between you and that person, and they don't know you personally, and it's just something that you need to do for yourself. And we have the starfish. I love the starfish. So it's all about wanting to, get that spark back, because you may maybe not feeling like your best self, feeling tired, feeling overwhelmed, feeling frazzled, trying to do the right thing, trying to get things done. But it's like, nothing ever fully feels like good enough. And you know that you're doing the right thing, but it's like, there's just something, and I can't tell you what it is because I don't know you and I'm not you, and I don't know the exact situation, but there's just something that hasn't come fully to the forefront yet. Something feels like incomplete, and I feel like you're doing so many of the right things. You're doing such good work. You're dedicating yourself to your well-being and to others' well-being, and to maintaining that health in all relationships and all aspects of life. But then it just feels like there's something that's not right and something that's missing. And with the starfish, it's like we're gonna get that shine back. We're gonna feel shiny and brilliant again. We're getting our brilliance back this month. I'm going to, and again, that could just be like you need some energetic aura cleansing or something, you know what I mean? Okay, so these are the wrong cards. Or are they? I'm going to pull a fortune card for you this month. What is going on with group number 4 this month? This sounds like a pretty good month. Yeah, like there's a lot of healing going on, and it might be a little bit uncomfortable at times, but you're taking the right steps towards a better and happier future. So that's good. Privileged lady. Okay, I'm gonna pull another one. Wealthy man. Official person. Wow. Okay. So, to me, these are both the same thing. So either you're a man or a woman, you're a privileged lady, or you're a wealthy man, or there's a wealthy man in your life, which makes you a privileged lady, whatever, vice versa. that you have the privilege to actually go out and add these healing modalities to your schedule, or to actually be able to have the means to pay for a service. That's a privilege that you have, and I would take full advantage of it to see this official person that can help you forward on your healing journey. Like, that's pretty straightforward. So I mean, that's just a confirmation. For some reason, I'm really feeling, and like my heart, I can feel like this weak feeling. It's not weak like in a bad way. I just feel, this is just a sensation that I'm getting, this feeling in my heart strongly that like you definitely need to go get some type of energy healing. And maybe you should do a couple different things. Maybe there's Reiki with somebody who's a Reiki master, energy healing, like certain type of aura healing, sound bath, also some type of shamanic healing, maybe with like someone who practices like Native American shamanism, I feel like would be very helpful for you. And we're going to roll the astro dice just to see like what the best approach is for you this month in regards to all this. So we have Scorpio, we have the South Node and Scorpio in the 3rd house. So doing the deep work that's deep rooted, deep seated from the past, something that's embedded in you. And it could have to do with family. It could be something that will improve your family life, but it's also from other people, from peers that are in the same field or that hold the same beliefs or mindset as you. So basically, again, doing like the deep healing work and adding that to your schedule and having the courage to confide in somebody who can actually help you through this. So I don't know how many repetitions there needs to be. This reading was probably like the easiest one to get through, but take your healing seriously this month. Take the time to do what you need to do in order to feel good and happy again. And you are on the right track. There's just more that's going to come up that you haven't fully realized yet. And this is going to be a really good month for you in regards to self-development and healing and moving forward. So if this reading resonated with you, please let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you next time. Bye.